y'all, welcome back to my channel. You know what? Well, there's nothing in here, but y'all better get ready for another story time because it's a new day. Like, I got a haircut, all that. Story time. Like, I'm dead ass. Like honestly, I don't even know what I'm really about to call this video. Like, the time this nigga played me or the time this bitch wanted to be fake. I'ma figure it out though. Either way. So it's something in there. And I'm just sipping. So alright, so I don't even know where to start. So let's start from let me think. Let's start from like I really don't know where to start. Like, that's crazy.
What story you gonna do?
You know what story I'm gonna do, but I really don't know where to start.
So, just be like, you met this girl, y'all know each other for like blah blah blah.
All right. So my friend Jessica, she was helping me.
Yeah.
Bitch, what's your YouTube again?
JAYYMX. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So subscribe to her YouTube or whatever. I'm gonna put it in the little description box or whatever you wanna call it. So I know this girl, whatever, right? We met each other. Well, I'm a fashion major, so I met her in fashion class. So we met, what was it? Class started, what first semester class started, August 27? August 27, 28? Yeah. Like around that time, like the second week of school, I met her. And we had a fashion class together. I forgot what class it was, but I met her and we was in class. We need to come up with a name. Give me a name. We need to call her something.
Some ghetto shit. Keisha.
Yeah, well, let's call her Keisha because she started to act ghetto. So let's call her Keisha. So now Keisha, what started, I don't understand. So me and Keisha, we met or whatever. So, but I met her through, give me another name.
For a girl or guy?
A girl. Because I met her through somebody.
Ashley.
Okay. So I met Keisha through Ashley. So now, me and Ashley was mad cool. Honestly, I don't even remember how me and Ashley met. But me and Ashley became mad cool. Like, me and her's like this. So, me and Ashley's mad cool or whatever. So, she was like, oh, how, she know this girl that we got class with. And I was like, we got class with her? Like, I've never saw her before. So we started sitting together like all the time in class. And like sometimes when you doing college classes, like, bitch, I be tired. Mind you, this was before the corona. So it's like, I'm going to class, I'm mad tired. And then sometimes I'm not even going. So I used to be like, I'm not going. So I used to just not go. So now I met her, whatever. So we be going to class or whatever, we linking, we this, we that, blah, blah, blah. So now we known each other for like, a whole year now. So I linked her cause I go to upstate, so I linked her in the city. So we was in the city, we linked all our friends, whatever. Then we came up here. Now, she started fucking with somebody that everybody at the school knows, but like, he's really a treat. Like, this nigga really be fucking mad bitches. Like, it's no way, like, he's not talking to somebody else. So I told her as a friend, I was like, I feel like you're not being a good friend. And I was like, I feel like, you stopped contacting me. Like, I told her, I was like, I feel like you stopped contacting me. Like, you stopped texting me. I thought you was a real ass friend. Like, I really fucked with you as a friend. And I was telling her. So, mind you, I didn't even say it to her because at the time, since she wasn't contacting me, me and her wasn't really speaking. So I told this girl that we was like mutual friends with her. And then she went and she texted the girl and was like, oh, like, I'm going to tell her that, you feel a way about Keisha and that, y'all just should talk it out. So I was like, okay, whatever, cool. So now I texted the mutual friend, and the mutual friend sent her what I said. So now we sitting here talking through text message, and she's like, "Oh, why do you feel a type of way?" And you feel like, "Oh, I wasn't a good friend, I whatever." So mind you, there's these two other girls that I know. So they had went to this boys' room, but mind you, I don't know who the boys was. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, I'ma just wait outside for y'all. So Keisha comes and Keisha opens the door. So Keisha's like, oh, hey Patrick. So I'm like, okay, like, you're not gonna invite me in. You're not gonna say, oh, you could just sit and wait until they leave. I whatever. Cause I feel like that's what a good friend would do. Like, if I seen one of my friends standing outside the door, I would have been like, just sit down. Like, just come in and sit down and wait. Like, I would do that. Like, if I'm fucking with you as my friend, and I feel like, if I see you at the door and I open the door and you right there, I would have been like, oh, just come in and sit until your friends is ready to leave or ready to go. So now she's like, what in the fuck? It's a spider.
Where?
Right there on the paper. It went inside the paper. Bitch, just leave it. So, yeah, we forget about the spider. So now Keisha's like, oh, hey, Patrick. And then she closes the door. So mind you, I'm waiting or whatever. So I really felt some type of way. So now I seen one of my other friends in the hallway. So I was like, oh, Keisha had me waiting, this, that, and the third. And she was like, oh, you're not about to be waiting at nobody's door. Like, she was like, let's go. You're just going to wait in my room. And mind you, she was going to, what's it called? She was going to Tops. They was taking an Uber there. So I was like, okay, I'll just sit with you until you go get your Uber to go get your stuff, whatever. So then I went in my room. So now I'm in my room and I've started getting pissed. So I'm like, oh, I really feel a way that Keisha didn't invite me in to sit down as a good friend would. So now I'm like, okay, like, you know what? I just really feel a way. So I texted the mutual friend and I told her like how I felt about the situation. So she like, oh, I'm going to speak to Keisha and I'm going to tell Keisha that you feel away. So now I text the mutual friend and she texted Keisha. So now Keisha starts coming at me in messages. She like, oh, if you was feeling away, you should have said something, this, that, that. And I was like, I did say something. I told you I felt like you wasn't being a good friend. And you acted dumb. You said you didn't know what I was talking about. Like, bitches love acting dumb. Like, the minute it's no screenshots, it's no messages. Like, when you can't prove nothing, that's when bitches act dumb. So now, bitch. All right, I killed this spider. So now bitches want to act dumb. So I'm over here like, okay, whatever. So me and Keisha's texting, we going back and forth. She's talking about oh, I got the wrong bitch. I didn't even know she was like that. Because when I first met her, she was so humble. Like, she was so nice. All of that shit. And then now she started hanging out with this boy. Now she's feeling crazy. She's getting cute. And that's why I said, keep it real cute. Because I slap bitches for a living. So keep it cute. So now we over here arguing over text message. She said wrong bitch. I said wrong bitch. I said right bitch, wrong trick. You're bugging. I said, nah, you're not about to talk to me like that. And I don't understand why bitches feel like when they say something, you're not going to say nothing back. Or they can run over you. This and that. Like, I don't fuck with that at all. Like, that's not how I rock. Like, I'm a real ass friend. Like, I will really tell you about yourself. Please don't play with me. So I told her about herself or whatever. So now I'm calling her all types of bitches. And that's it for the night. I just blocked her on everything. So I still had her on Snap. So mind you, I blocked her number. But then the next morning, I actually was like, oh, damn, I feel bad. Like, that I was saying all of this stuff. Like, maybe I was acting out of character. You know what, whatever. So now I still speak to the mutual friend, but I don't speak to her. So now I'm talking to the mutual friend, and I'm like, damn, like, I really feel bad for what I said to Keisha. That's dead ass crazy. So I'm like, damn, maybe we should just have a conversation, whatever. So now the mutual friend, she's saying like, oh, Keisha says she's good off of that. Like, she really don't want to speak to you. I was like, well, maybe I was just overreacting. And I guess, you know, everybody was saying, oh, you know, maybe I should just give it time as friends. Like, sometimes y'all need time away. Because her and the mutual friend had fell out too. So that's why I thought, like, you know, maybe me and her could just reconcile. I was upset, But I guess when you tell bitches the real, they can't take you. So now, I'm still speaking to the mutual friend, and she's saying like, oh, we just asked her about speaking back to you, whatever. And I was like, oh, so what did she say? Because I didn't bring up the conversation. She did. So I was like, so what did she say? She was like, oh, she still said she's good off of that. I was wrong in the situation and that she don't want to speak to me. So I said, okay, cool. So now it comes to a point where me and this boy was going out or whatever. So now we ended up breaking up. And then he ended up cheating. But the thing about it is that, you know, we had a conversation like about cheating, and we was like, oh, that we wouldn't do that. Like, we made a promise to each other, whatever. But it's like, now you broke the promise. Now you done went too far. Now it's like, now you did what you did and you can't take it back. So now you done fucked it up and now we not together. So, you know, that was that. It got clipped. Little did I know that Keisha was the one who, Keisha was the one who was contacting him after me and her fell out. Let me say this. She really went out of her way. Like, you had to pick up your phone. You had to put your Face ID in your phone to go in the Instagram messages, to send your phone number, to tell him, call me. And now y'all on the phone, and he not even saying nothing. You just talking mad bullshit. You saying, oh, Patrick was texting other niggas. He told me he don't love you. This, that, and third, whatever. So I said, okay, cool. So I'm like, wow, like, that's crazy. Like, I fall out with somebody who I thought I was cool with. Never a day in my life would I have thought that a bitch like that, who I thought was mad humble, I guess she started acting cocky and crazy because she started hanging out with this boy, because she started acting real different. Because, you know, when a bitch you fucking with a nigga that scam or he got money, they feeling cocky and they feeling away. So I'm like, that could never be me, because I would dead ass act the same. Like, I'm not acting no different whether I'm with a nigga who got money, because I try to get my own money as much as possible and don't ask nobody for nothing. And I'm not begging nobody for nothing. So it was just a simple fact that, like, damn, bitch, you really went out your way to go and text somebody that I was talking to. You see how bitches be foul? And then they get miserable, and I don't know what she was miserable about, but I guess she just decided that she wanted to make me miserable too. So she went and she did that. And I was really hurt by the situation, but not hurt from her. Hurt by the fact that it was like, damn, like, this whole situation really happened. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we're human beings, like, we got feelings. But it's just like, I never would have thought that somebody like her would have went out her way to go and do some shit like that. And it really be the bitches that you least expect. So now, I texted the mutual friend, and I'm like, oh, but she said so-and-so and so, da-da-da-da-da, whatever. So the mutual friend screenshotted it, and then she sent it to her. So now she like, oh, I don't want no parts, this, that, and the third, whatever. Yeah, bitch, you know you don't want the smoke because you know I will slap you. And I slap bitches for a living. So stop playing with me. And they keep forgetting that I'm the gay friend and I will do something. Like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't get these bitches. Like, I really fucking don't. Like, bitches be weird. Like, you really went and texted somebody that I was fucking with just to make me miserable or to do shit out of spite. You're a weirdo ass bitch. Where's your life? Like, get your life. Seriously. So, I'm just not understanding where this whole thing was going. Like, what did you gain from that? Because that was really my question. Like, you really went out your way to do what the fuck you did. Bitches be disgusting, for real. Like, now it's like, who do you want? Like, when you have friends, like, you don't even want to look at them in that light to think like, oh yeah, this bitch would do some shit like that. Like, you would have never expected. But it'd be the bitches that you least expect to do something like that. That's crazy. Crazy as fuck. And it's the fact that he even believed her like a dummy. That's why we not together. Period. So, moral of the story, you can't trust niggas. And you can't trust bitches either. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't trust niggas and you can't trust bitches, so who you gonna trust? Like, I don't understand. Like, niggas be doing shit. You never know what a nigga's doing when you're not around. Bitches be speaking on your name even after y'all fell out. Like, what the fuck? Y'all fell out, but they still speaking on you. Like, I don't even speak on this bitch. I literally spoke on her twice, and that was only because I said, oh, maybe we should talk and maybe we should have a conversation. And this bitch had the nerve to say I was fiending to be her friend. Bitch, I could never fiend to be nobody's friend. Like, I have other friends. I have good people in my life. I got cousins. Like, the fuck? Bitch, I don't need you. Like, don't even do that. Bitches be acting cocky for no fucking reason. Like, come on now. So, anyway, moral of the story, don't trust niggas and don't trust bitches. That's it. Anyways, so, follow my Instagram, Therealp.bands, and I don't remember what, oh, my Snapchat is in the intro, so you could look at all of that, and just make sure you click that like button, subscribe to my channel, comment, and share this video. And that's it, and that's on period.